It is time once again for The Law and You, featuring the area's premier attorneys, Greg Fellerman, who is not here again, so Molly Clark taking his place on the statue, and Ed Ceramboli. Good to see you both once again.
That was great, Dave.
Well, you know, we got to mix it up because Greg has been living it up this summer.
I mean, he's having a heck of a time.
We appreciate Molly being here and her legal advice.
We're toughing it out.
Get to the question, and we'll handle another legal scenario for Rick in West Scranton this time. My neighbor has refused to trim his trees in the last storm. A branch broke off and struck my son. So apparently his son might be injured here. Can he sue his neighbor?
Well, I tell you, this is a really interesting question. It would really depend on, you know, if these branches were old and rotting, and you know it was something that was foreseeable that you know these things were going to break, and somebody could get hurt. Then you potentially might have a case. But I think it's really going to come down to whether you have some evidence to show that this guy was on notice that this tree was old, decrepit, whatever problems there were. But an interesting case. I mean, very interesting case.
Yeah, it definitely is interesting. Ideally, you have some type of documentation, communication, because what Eddie said is true. Notice is the most important thing in these kind of cases. If you texted him about getting the, removing the tree branches, if you wrote a letter, an email, anything of that nature would be really helpful and would probably, lead to a decent claim here if your son is in fact injured. Yeah.
Would it also matter if the branches were on his property or laying over on the other person's?
Possibly. I mean, but if you're looking at these tree branches, and they're a problem not only on his property, but if obviously if they were old and decrepit, I mean they look like they're going to break at any moment. Obviously they could go anywhere. So as a homeowner, as a property owner, your responsibility is to make sure that your property is safe. And it would be very similar to like a sidewalk claim. That if you had notice of the problem, then you have to fix it. And if somebody gets hurt, then you can be responsible for it.
Either way, a complex matter. Yeah. Legal advice can be reached right here. Results Matter with attorneys Molly Clark and Ed Ceramboli. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Dave.
Don't forget PAHomepage.com and the Law and You hotline are always there for you.